So I'm starting university in a couple of weeks, but I thought that I would make a video talking about my 10 worries I have about being in university or starting university, and then that I would do an update video at the end of first semester, at the end of the year, or whenever I get over them, and talk about the reality instead of what movies and people make it out to be, honestly. I've been watching a lot of university videos lately, and they all have been like things I wish I knew as a freshman and things I wish I knew when I was a senior and blah blah blah. But I feel like not a lot of people talk about the worries that come with starting university and being a freshman. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my freshman worries, because I'm sure there's a video like it out there, but a lot of people have different worries and a lot of people have a lot of similar worries. So I'm going to tell you guys mine. If you relate to any of them, please leave it in the comments below so I feel less alone, and I will update you guys on what the reality actually is. This is another really vulnerable video that I'm making, and I'm like not having it right now. I'm not okay with how open I am with you guys, but especially considering a lot of people a lot of hateful people watch my videos, and really just watch them to mock me. So hey, people who are gonna mock me. Anyways, let's get started. My first worry is being alone and having a hard time making friends. I was actually thrown into a situation, not thrown in, I willingly put myself into the situation this summer where I was going to start a new job. Knowing that I would be the youngest person there and not knowing anybody was really, really scary. It kind of helped me get over this fear a little bit, because I did kind of just organically make friends with the people I worked with. But I am insanely scared of making friends and being alone. That's a fear I've kind of always had with every situation in my life, but that's number one. I don't think that this is like any particular order. My second biggest fear, or my second worry about starting university, is failing classes. I feel like this is a pretty universal one, but I'm a huge overachiever, and failing classes is actually like terrifying to me, so I really hope I don't fail. 3 is a really personal one, but it's not feeling pretty enough. I live every day not feeling pretty enough or good enough for people. So to be thrown again into another situation where I'm by myself and where I don't know anybody, because I literally don't know anybody going to my school in the fall. And being in the place where people are gonna judge me because of my looks and my weight and my appearance, that's horrifying to me, because I know I'm not the most attractive person in the world, but I have no choice but to live with it. So 4 is another really personal one, and it's gaining weight / the freshman 15. I stress about this a lot. I actually stay up all night. Like, I lose sleep over it a lot. I'm so scared to gain weight. I have already fluctuated so much, and worked very hard to to appreciate my body, at least most of the time. I still try to lose weight constantly, but gaining an extra 15 pounds scares the life out of me, and I actually don't know what I'll do if I do gain 15 pounds, and that sounds so narcissistic and terrible, but that is genuinely like one of the worst things that could come to mind right now. 5 is a little bit less deep, and it's having a weird roommate. I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's kind of like apartment style residence building. So it has a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. I don't get to know my roommate until I move in, and that's scary, so please don't be weird. That's all I can ask. 6 is being late to class. Even though I booked my classes so that I would have to sprint to one of them, this is a stupid fear, this is a stupid worry, but attendance could go towards my grade, and what if I'm late and they don't get me on attendance? I don't know, it's a weird fear, I don't know. 7. I wrote these when I was really tired and when like my fears were like really just brewing up in there. Number 7 is that I'm gonna be the weird roommate. I'm scared to be the weird roommate. So if my roommate is watching this, please tell me if I'm weird and I'll try to stop. Number 8 number 8 is I'm afraid to lose myself, and that's a pretty genuine worry. I have lost myself in the past. In the last relationship I was in, that I talked about in my last video, I lost all sense of self and all control over my emotion and who I was, I felt. And I'm so afraid to do it again. I'm so afraid to lose myself and not be able to find myself again. Like, I found myself, thank God, and it didn't take me too long, but I'm so scared to just not be there anymore, not be me anymore. Number 9 is getting involved in the wrong things. And by wrong, I don't mean like drugs, alcohol, whatever, like all of these, like, oh my God. But I mean like doing something that could ruin like my career and ruin my reputation professionally, not so much personally, but I mean personally, yeah, but professionally especially, like choosing money over profession or happiness, or kind of doing the wrong things that'll make me look less good to companies I really want to work for, because I do have a list of companies I'd love to work for, but what if I do something wrong along the way that they don't like? That's kind of a fear that I have. I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can and trying not to think about it as much as I can, but yeah. And to be a little bit contradictory to that one, number 10, my last one, is missing out. Massive FOMO. I have FOMO like there's no tomorrow. However, I do typically choose things that I know are smarter for me. But yeah, I don't want to miss out on anything. I don't want to be the person who stays in the room all the time, but I also don't want to be the person who forgets to study all the time. And I'm afraid that that balance is just going to not exist, because it is hard to find balance, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to get it and just miss out on a lot of things. So yeah, that is my very open video about my worries about going to school and starting university. I hope that some of you can relate. If you can relate to any of them, please leave them below so I don't feel alone. That would be really appreciated. And I'm sorry I got so personal. Oh my God. Oh my God. If anybody here who's watching who can help me avoid like the scary ones, the ones that I said are like my biggest fears, help a boy out, keep me on track, keep me happy, not keep me happy, but keep me like worrying about me instead of other people. I don't know, help me out guys. Just keep me accountable, I guess. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry I keep getting so personal. Sorry that my setup is super gross. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys here again soon.